Hi, my name is Steve Schroeder with Smart Community Technologies, and I would like to talk briefly about what I feel is a community loyalty membership, not a customer loyalty solution. Most business owners are aware that customer loyalty is important. We've all heard the stats about bringing people back more often is a lot less expensive than acquiring new customers. And I am a customer loyalty specialist and a new customer acquisition specialist, but I realized that what we are doing with smart community technologies is something that nobody has ever been able to do in the United States. There's never been a successful coalition. American Express Plenty just claimed bankruptcy a month or two ago, and we've never had a coalition success in the United States. And I think the reason is because of what I want to share in just the next minute or two. But community loyalty takes a special combination of multiple digital technologies that are put into a recipe so that everybody wins. Everybody has to win. We have to have small business win. We have to have communities win. We have to have consumers win. We have to have nonprofits win. And it's hard to mix everything together so that everybody wins. But if we all take a little bit less, then we can all benefit and prosper. And so it just takes a little bit of sacrifice because when you think about it, customer loyalty is really not about just issuing miles, points, or cashback rewards. That's not how loyalty is developed in any relationship. Loyalty is developed by sacrifice, by giving, by meeting that person when they need it. And that's what community loyalty does. It brings everybody together. We all give a little bit, and then we all benefit tremendously. And I'll explain how we do that in the next segment coming up. Thank you. All right, one of the things that makes Smart Community different is that we offer free items, no strings attached. If you're familiar with many of the fundraising tools used today, they're always a discount. Like maybe you get 5% off if you spend $25, or $5 off if you spend 50, or it's a BOGO, buy one and get one. There has never been a coalition built that gives consumers unconditional free items because it just seems like that's not going to work. But when free is properly mixed with digital technologies, there's 7 things that free does that really transform small business profits. And I want to break those down to you because it's like, wow. But here's what free does. Free actually increases the average ticket of your customers. We have done this with many major pizza brands like Papa John's and other bowling centers. But when people get something for free and it's structured properly in a community membership with community loyalty, it brings them back much more often and it actually increases the average ticket. So, in other words, we found out that the spending actually went up when somebody came in and had a free item than when they had to pay for it. And because they felt so good about the free item, they would often purchase more additional items because they felt the value was already there. So not only does free increase the average ticket, but it increases frequency, and I call it frequency. Right? You get the idea. But the reason and the way you structure these things is by giving daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, or quarterly items for free. And I'll explain that in a second. But when you position these free items to be picked up every day, then the consumer actually feels like there is a loss when he doesn't go to the business rather than advertising to drive him in. So he wakes up thinking about your business on autopilot with really no expense outside of the free item. And the free item is so much less in advertising and marketing expense than most small businesses spend to just hopefully attract somebody. Now that free item kind of draws them in, it increases the average ticket, they come back more often, and the cost is way less, if not anything, because of the spending and the frequency going up. The other thing free does is that it actually not only reverses the emotion for the consumer, but we eliminate all of the requests for money by the small business owner. I've talked to so many small business owners where people walk in constantly, daily. I had one business owner tell me if it's not 5 or 10 times every day, people are asking me to support every cause in the community. Now, when you're a part of Smart Community Technologies, you can just say, hey, love it, just join right here. I give a free item, and it looks like that's the donation. That's the donation because we can work with that nonprofit. So you kind of get to push that off, and then we handle all of this, and it causes a huge checks because we have thousands and thousands of people join due to the value of how the small business community comes together. That generates even more money, and the perpetual fundraiser grows. So free also brings in more data, and we use the data so that you can kind of communicate with people now and bring them back whenever you need to when it's not free, and they always remember the free item. And so it kind of protects your price point because that is the coupon. It brings them back more often. It increases the average ticket. It supports the community. It adds more data. And lastly, and more importantly, what it does is that it makes your business a part of a much bigger picture. Now your small business is not just about making money. It makes more money, but it also supports the community. So all of these benefits, just for a properly structured leader item, makes giving away free entirely new definition. So thank you. Okay, well, what type of free items are we talking about giving? And I talked earlier about, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. And here's what I mean by that. So let me give you some illustrations, and I think it'll come out. For example, with bowling centers, they give away a free game or two every single day. It's a use it or lose it kind of a concept. So people realize that if they don't go to the bowling center, every day they don't go, they lose those free games. So by structuring something free every single day like that, that's going to bring people back much more often. And we found out that when they had an initial game of bowling or two, they spent more, as we talked about before. So that's what we mean by a daily offer. Now, a weekly offer is perfect for a restaurant. So we've got restaurants that like to give away a free appetizer every week. And if you know about restaurants, right now people may go 5 or 10 times a year to a restaurant. Now they're going to end up going 25 to 30, 40 times a year because they lose an appetizer every week. And an appetizer is really nice. And when they come in and get the free appetizer, maybe an $8, $9, or $10 appetizer, they're not forced to buy something, but they are going to buy, and they bring their friends, and you've seen that they order a tremendous amount. It brings them in much more often. So an appetizer is perfect for weekly. What's an example of giving something monthly? Golf courses will actually give a free round of golf every month. And so now you've got 12 free rounds of golf. It feels like the value is tremendous, but you can only limit it to once every month. So you develop habits in the consumer of coming every month. And it's almost like they plan for that at your center, your location, your golf course, because yours the one where they have it free every month. And you're building habits in the consumer on autopilot in his emotions to visit your place much more often, because not only does it support the community, but they want to get that free round in that month, otherwise they lose it. Now, what do we give yearly? Yearly is actually, we have more yearly benefits than all the others combined, because we can work with attorneys who want to give you a free consultation a year. Dentists will give you a free checkup every year. Anything where there's kind of auto dealerships will give like 2 free oil changes every year. So we can have yearly benefits, and then we can have quarterly benefits. What's a quarterly benefit? Well, maybe it's a CPA that wants to do quarterly taxes. Maybe they give you a $50 credit every single quarter. And if you don't see them that quarter, you don't get the credit. So you can kind of think about what business do you have and which model do you put it in, because when we structure it like that, it looks like the overall yearly value is tremendous, but it spreads it out so that we can drive them more frequently. And when they come, you'll see the average ticket go up. Thank you. Here's 5 quick questions to see if your business can benefit from Smart Community Technologies. Just 5 really quick ones. One, let me ask you this. Do you have a membership into your business? In other words, whether you're, now BJ's or Costco do, but just think about your business, your restaurant, your bowling center. Can a consumer join your business just like they can join Costco, just like they can join Sam's Club, just like they can join Amazon Prime? Can they join your business? Now, on top of that, can they join a special business by the brand? So your business serves certain brands inside of your business. Have you developed a brand-specific membership? We first started this 8 years ago with a Captain Morgan membership. And of course, Captain Morgan didn't want us to do anybody else in their space, and so they paid the client for a Captain Morgan membership. So whatever you're serving in your business, we can develop a brand membership along with a business membership, and the brands will pay all of your marketing costs because it automates a reason for them to buy a certain brand. We also did that with Coors and Budweiser, and we moved bowling centers that were 80% Budweiser to 80% Coors by giving away a free game of bowling with every Coors, and then Coors ended up paying for the game of bowling because it drove so much more purchase to their brand. So by putting a brand membership in place, it brings in more marketing dollars that you can keep as a business and more value you can give to your customers at no charge. The third question is this: are your customers winning every single day or week? Do you have a mechanism in place where they can win? Most businesses neglect the winning as an emotion. And we built a special solution where your customers can win prizes every day, every week, and the prizes don't cost your business anything. The fourth thing is this: do you have a texting solution? Is there a sign on your wall right now that says text Chick-fil-A to 90407 and get a free chicken sandwich? Or text something to a shore code? You see this all the time on television with fundraising. You see it with the big brands. But does your business have a custom texting solution? We have built one, and you can try it out free. It's incredible. All designed for community memberships, and that's a great thing. It's very inexpensive. You can do that. The last question is this: is your business a part of a community coalition membership? In other words, is there a way that you can tell people how you're really supporting the community in a creative way that actually drives more business and really funds important needs too? We all know that supporting local business is good business, supporting local communities is good business, but we don't have an endless flow of money. And so by doing all of these together, that really helps. So if you're not doing any one of those five, please contact me right away, because it can be a huge lift. It can actually double or triple your revenue. It can double or triple the fundraising capabilities, and it can lower your existing advertising costs, all because we situate that correctly. So thank you very much. Bye.